Greetings, Greenwich here. So it is a little after 6, close to 6:30 in the morning, and we are heading over to where the animals are kept so we can get that all cleaned up and ready. It's got a busy day today, but it looks kind of like it's going to rain, so we get the animals taken care of first and then get into doing the harvest. So let's try it up over here. Cool. And as you can see, I got the little red shed loaded up with straw and hay. It's working out quite well. Just use the scoop to load it into wherever I need it. Chickens are producing eggs. Very well. Oh, look at that sunrise. That was a sunrise here. That would mean that was going to be a hot day. Sheep are producing wool. Everything's going pretty good. Also made a big, huge mess through the night. So let's get this all cleaned up. So the first thing we're going to do is jump in this Kramer, use the bucket, clean up all this stuff, and get that taken care of. Cool, cool, cool. So the chickens are doing pretty good. Almost to 200. They're breeding quite well. Not really making a bunch of money off of them yet, but once we get into getting a bunch more of them, I'm sure that'll work its way out. Alright, got that first try. That wasn't too bad. I'm getting actually a little bit better at using this thing. But you know something that would be really cool? Is to have a wheelbarrow and a grain shovel. Because I really don't need this much, you know, the bucket. A wheelbarrow or a grain shovel mod would be great for this. This action cannot be performed here. And yet it happened. Okay, so the chickens are cleaned up. Food's put back in their bin, and they are happy, I guess. Alright, so let's get these sheep neatened up. And as you can see, I bought a forklift, and it works extremely well. I'll show you how that works out in just a few minutes here. So I have given up on the front loader. Oh, look at that. On the front of the tractor. Because I cannot use it worth a damn, so I have completely given up on it. Well, look at this. Sometimes I can do this just perfect, and other times I come up and make just a big old mess of it. There we go, got it all good. I did learn something though. I learned that you want to clean up the areas before you feed the animals. Because if you feed them and then try to clean it up, you can't put the food back into the pens. And you have to wait, it makes a mess. So always clean up the animal pens before you feed them. It helps out. That's what I've learned. Alright, so that's all cleaned up and good. What is up? I'm stuck? I can't get off the fence. Come on now. The wheels won't even turn. Wow, that's crazy. What is up? Come on now. Oh, there it goes. Wow, that was a weird glitch. I was just stuck to the fence. I couldn't move or nothing. It wouldn't. Oh, that was strange. Alright, so I guess we'll just keep this here for now. And I'll jump in this so I can show this off real quick. Because I'm really digging this. Because I've been using this to feed the sheep, load the wool, pretty much anything that I would normally use the front loader for, I've been using this. And it helps. For me, this has been a game changer because, like I said, that front loader was just a nightmare for me to use. And this is so much easier. And the thing is it's really basically the same equipment. I don't know. It's much easier for me to use this one. I think what it is there's no tilting of the whatever I'm trying to pick up at an angle, or I don't know. You don't even know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, this is better than the front loader that goes on the tractor. Alright, so let's go grab another bale. I'm sure they're going to need that. It's just too bad it's a small one. We could use a little one that was just a little bit bigger. That would be great. Because this can pick up 2 bales. And it's kind of right at its limit with 2 bales. Oh, look at that. I didn't put the forks down before I tried to pick it up. But 2 bales is pretty much this thing's limit. I mean, you can carry more probably. But here, just straining the machine out if you do that. Alrighty, alrighty. Let's get this over here. The sheep are fed. Peel that off. Perfect. Alright, so let's jump back in the bucket. Put some straw out, some hay. See, I'm going to have to create an area to park these things, because I don't have anything to put them. And I know you're like, well, there's a giant shed right behind you. Why aren't you using that? Because I got stuff going on in that. I'm not using that for this. That's for other things. Alright, so first, let's go grab some wheat. Feed the chickens. And this works out a lot better. But like I was saying, a wheelbarrow or a grain shovel would work so much better because I only need just a tiny bit of this. Because once you do the first initial filling, I mean, they go through a little bit. 1 scoop, maybe a scoop and a half. But not much more than that. And the horses go through even less. The horses are just very particular about the amount of food they eat. I was completely thinking that the horses were going to go through just gobs of food, but I mean, it might be just because I only have 2 horses, but I just figured the 2 horses would eat a lot more than what they are. Okie dokie. So dump this on the chicken thing. I'm not quite sure how much this is going to take. If it's going to take the whole thing. So I'm kind of going to pour it slow. That way I don't make a mess that I have to clean up. And sometimes it won't take it all. If I pour it quick, it'll just dump it right there, and you gotta scoop it back up. It's a big old pain in the butt. Yep, it's gonna take it all. Gotta pour this just a little bit faster. Cool, cool, cool. Took the whole scoop. Creepy. Now let's go get some oats for the horses. And they really don't need any. I guarantee you I'll put this scoop over there and they probably won't even take a quarter of what I've put in there. Need to do some landscape and level out some of them hills. Back up a little bit. Alright, there we go. And we'll take this over to the horses. And I guarantee you that the majority of this I'll be dumping right back into the silo. Because that's normally what I'm doing when I feed the horses. But I don't think there is a smaller way to carry grain. I'm not sure. I don't think I've seen anything in the menu. That's why we need that wheelbarrow, or maybe the grain shovel or something. I don't know. It just seems like we're using too much. I'm not carrying around the amount that I should be. Right, so let's see how much the horses are going to eat. Yep, see? Not very much at all. 200 and something liters. Okay, so I'm going to pour this back in the silo and that should be groovy. We can start loading some straw and some hay into the things. It's a little bit darker than I thought it was going to be. I usually don't like to record in the dark, in the nighttime and stuff like that. I don't play at the night time at all, but I usually try not to record when it's this dark because it's hard to see the screen. But I did want to show off how early I do start playing, because I do play in real time, except unless I have to fast forward to get crops to grow or something like that. But the majority of the time I'm playing in real time. So take this little straw over, and I'm sure that they're not going to need much because the horses are very finicky. They're like, no, we only need a tiny bit, thank you. Go this slow. See, it's already pouring out. Alright, come on, stop. Now I'm going to clean this mess up. There we go. No, don't pour it out. Alright, there we go. And see, now I'll just take this and I'm going to pour it right back in the hayloft, because it's easier to fill that shed with the loading wagon than it is to keep running back and forth and just using scoops. So let's pour this in here. And then run over and get some hay. And the hay's cool because that'll go into the horse pen and the sheep enclosure. Scoop some of this up. Alrighty. Keep it without knocking it out. Okie doke. Alright, so this is hay, so this is going to go around the back into the food pan. There we go. Cool. Now the horses will be fed. I don't know how much they're going to take. Probably won't be much. Yep. Like I said, they won't eat much. Okay, so now that we got that all fed and taken care of, and, ouch, all this fun stuff going on, park this, and we're going to jump on to the forklift, and I'm going to show you how easy it is for me to load this trailer, because you can see the trailer I've got right here. I've already got some bales on it, and it has been much easier using this to load it, because I tried loading them up the other way, and I could only get the bales on certain ways, and they were all crooked looking and just totally just wrecked. So this thing does a really good job. Come around to the back side. This thing's set up to where I can use it. Line up. The forks leveled. There we go. Just like that. So much easier to do it this way. Pick it straight up, back up, and then go put it right on the trailer. No muss, no fuss, no craziness. The hardest part about doing this is getting my depth perception right. And just like that, like I was just talking. Alright, so set this down right here. Snug it up. Very good, very good. Oop, look at me. There we go. Perfectly loaded. Well, perfectly for me. Fasten that. Awesome. Cool. Now I believe that'll hold 10 bales. Probably more, but I think I can only get 10 on there. So that ought to do pretty good when I do the sale. So let's grab this other one right here. Put this one up too. So I try to keep these out of the way. I'm really not over here a lot. And sometimes these wool bales will just build up to where they can't produce any more wool, and then you'll start getting alerts on the screen and you have to stop what you're doing. So I try to keep these moved out of there as soon as they pop up. Seems to help out quite a bit. Alright. Gotta back up. But this is so much easier. Oh man, I should have done this from the beginning. Because this is so much easier. Compared to the way I was doing it, I was just making a mess of it all. But this seems to be working really well. So that is going to be the way that I do this from now on. Alright, so let's fasten up that loop. That way it doesn't get knocked off. Ooh, I just barely missed that one. Get that one. I could have got that a little closer, but hey, I'm doing good for my first real time of using this thing. So I think it's working out quite well. It'll get better with time. Okay, so I do believe we can put this up. That'll be all we need to do right now. So I'll come back over about the middle of the day and put the water in, because they're still good right now. So I think right now I'm going to head back over to the house and wait till the sun comes up a little bit more, because I'm still concerned that it's going to rain. As if it rains, you can't do a harvest. So I'm going to wait for the sun to come up, give it a little bit more time, see if it's going to rain, and go have some breakfast. And then come out and we'll get this harvest started up. So that ought to be pretty good. So let's park this right now. Put this right. Whoa, too fast. Look at that. Driving like a madman first thing in the morning. Alright, so until the sun comes up, I'm going to go inside. Yep, and there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff that changes on this farm, because I've seen a bunch of stuff in the mod menu that I want to do. So the farm is going to be changing soon. So let's go make some breakfast. Alright, so we had biscuits and gravy. If you've never had biscuits and gravy, it's essentially one form of milk, butter, and flour poured on top of another form of milk, butter, and flour. And it's delicious. It's essentially paper mache, and it'll guarantee you that you take a nap, but it is delicious. Alright, so the belly's full. We are heading out to the fields to start harvesting. First thing we have to do is grab this header. Start off with the corn header, so we're going to harvest the sunflowers first. So I've got those on one field. And they're actually a pretty good crop. I actually make quite a bit of money off sunflowers. The only problem is you have to plow in between each grow, so it's kind of a pain in the butt. But that's why I use the subsoiler. That saves a bunch of time and I don't have to use a plow. So take this over to field 10. Get this all started up. So right now, field 10 is my biggest field. So I'm getting most of my crop from that field. So the other fields I have, they're decent size, but you really need some big fields to make some money. Or a bunch of little tiny ones. Alright, so let's unfold this. Transformers, more than meets the eye. Definitely. This thing unfolds all kinds of different ways. Lower this header down. Get this started up. Because I think doing the harvesting is actually my favorite part of actually doing all of this. The planting and stuff like that, that's all no problem. But the harvesting is actually the most satisfying. It's just something that's really cool to do. Just throw on some tunes, sit back, go through hours of just harvesting. I've done it, it's pretty enjoyable. That's the thing that I love about this game, is it's so relaxing. Because most of the other games I play are nothing but shooters or just some kind of stuff like that, and it's always just craziness and people yelling at you, and it's good to have a game that's just chill, where there's nothing going on, there's no bad guys, there's no drama, nothing. It's just you in the game, nice cool nature sounds, just having fun. It's like sitting on a bank fishing, you know, just chilled out, enjoying what you're doing. And I really dig it. I think that's the reason why I became so addicted to this game. That and the amount of freedom that you have in this game to do whatever you want. I mean, you can add a mod and have $100 million if you want, or you can just work as hard as you want to do it any other way. The freedom in this game is amazing. And I've never really played a game that gives you that much freedom. So, I really dig it. Get this first strip picked off. That way the helper won't leave these little bits when I assign it to him. And I also noticed that I have to do this one edge down this way too. Or the helper will just leave it. For some reason. You gotta watch them guys. They're kind of squirrely sometimes. You leave them to their own devices and they'll just leave a mess. But all in all, it's pretty cool. And I enjoy it a lot. Let's get this field cleared out. And we're probably going to throw this over to some music. That way I don't cut it out. I can just speed it up. Take care of some of it like that. This is one of the things that I cannot do in first person. I've tried to do it. I cannot keep the line straight. So I'll assign a helper for this. Listen to some tunes. Cool, so we got all that taken care of. Just got a little bit left on this field. So let this fill up, and then we'll just move this out of the way. So get that last little bit. I hate it when the harvester fills up and there's still just a tiny little chunk left. It's just kind of a pain in the butt. But not too bad. This thing is taking forever to fill up. Almost there. There we go. Alright. So I'll move this out of the way. So it won't be too long till that's finished. Alright, so we got this last little strip here. Knock this out real quick. So that's pretty good. So when I expand the farm, which is going to happen pretty soon, again, I am definitely going to have to get another harvester. So I'm trying to think if I'm going to get another one like this, or just one that I can, a smaller one. Maybe the John Deere that I've used before, the 709. I'm not quite sure. I think I might get another one like this and run two at the same time. I've never done it before, so it'll probably be crazy. But that's going to be the plan. And there's a couple other pieces of equipment that I might buy too, because I saw the IT runner pack that was out. And we got a new bunch of stuff with that, and some of those things in there look pretty cool. And if I can figure it out, it's probably a pretty good way that I can almost carry 1,000 liters, 100,000 liters of grain to move at one time. So I'm not quite sure exactly how I'm going to do it, but I think I can do it with a combination of a trailer and an IT runner. Might have to see how that goes later on. So I don't even own either piece of equipment yet, so until I buy those, I have no real clue. But this just about finishes up this field. We can dump this into the wagon and then move on to harvesting soybeans. Because one of the things that I do is I rotate my crops. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but it was something that was always hammered into me as younger. You know, when I was younger, you got to rotate the crops. You got to rotate the crops. I always heard that when I was a kid. So I do that now. I don't know if it makes a difference, but I'm doing it. It's one of those things I heard that you're supposed to do, so I'm going to do it regardless, whether you need to or not. Alright, so that's it with that. I'll take this header. Alright, need to fix this one, clean it up, and then we'll put it away. So we'll take it over to the shop. Take care of that stuff. There is a fly flying around this room, and it is driving me nuts. I just tried to land on the microphone like 3 or 4 times. So if you hear me hit the microphone, then you'll understand what's up. It means that I just murdered a fly. So I swear to God, if I catch him right now, I'm going to pull his wings off and make him a walk. Alright, so run this over. And I really think that the way that they did the dirt in this game is actually pretty cool. I've played games that have dirt that shows up gradually. Like on GTA Online, that dirt that's on there is just crap. Because they're like, yeah, you got to go wash your car. But it's always just the same amount. I don't know. They didn't put enough time into that. But on this game, the dirt's pretty cool. It gradually builds up. It looks more and more worn. You got to fix stuff. It's really cool. And you got a cool little pressure washer. Get this stuff all nice and clean and shiny. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about pressure washing the harvester because it's going right back out in the field, but I will get this front piece cleaned. So we can put that back in the shed until the next time it's got to be used. Okay. So here's something I've always wondered. Why doesn't anyone ever use a harvester in a zombie movie? It seems like that would be the perfect way to travel down a street with, you know, a street full of zombies or a horde or something like that. You just got this thing right here. You got it wide open. You got the blades running. I mean, that just seems like that would be the perfect traveling tool. Maybe not the header that I've got on here because it would just get all full of gunk and stuff. But the other one over there with the spinny bits. That just seems like that'd be a perfect zombie wiping out tool. I mean, for streets and stuff. I mean, you couldn't go hunting them through fields and whatnot, but say if you had to travel down a street, you had to clear out a path for other vehicles or something like that. This would be a good way to clear out the zombies. It'd make a hell of a mess, though. Oh my God, the mess it would make. It'd be disgusting. But it would probably be effective. But I don't know, because I've never really, you know, driven a harvester through a crowd of people. And so be one of those things. And I don't know how people drive these things in first person. Or how you just drive one of those just down the road with all that in the way. It would irritate me to no craziness. Okay. So, start this up. I'm going to get this started, put a helper on it. And then I'm going to grab the subsoiler and get the field that I just harvested the sunflowers running, because I'm going to need to reseed that real quick. Alright, so that's doing pretty good. Alright, so let me run over there and grab that. Alright, so I got this set up over here, and this is one of the things that I love about the subsoiler. You can see right here, it needs to be plowed. You come right over here. It does not need to be plowed. And it's kind of a cultivated texture. It's not like the way when it's plowed. It's pretty good. You can put a cedar right on top of it. Some of the cedars you don't even have to worry about cultivating in between, so you don't really have to worry about it when you're doing sunflowers and stuff like that. Alright, so got this going. I think I'm going to do the same thing. Let this run through, play some music over top of it, have some fun with it. Okay, so as you can see, I am sitting currently at about $1 million, just a little over. And so what the plan coming up will be is to sell off all of this crop, every bit of crop that I have except for oats and wheat. You're going to take that money, we're going to buy fields 12, 13, 14, and 22. So I'm going to need about $1.5 million just to buy those fields. And we're also going to do a little bit of landscaping, a little bit of forestry work, and put in some roads, stuff like that, kind of get the fields all tied together. So that's going to be my plan coming up. So right now, I'm just going to be building up a lot of money just to get to that point. Okay, so let's grab this. We can unload helper's tank. Should be able to make some pretty good money with it. Hopefully. Because I also want to buy some equipment too. So I'm going to try to get to at least $2 million. Hopefully. I don't know if I can do it, but we're going to try. But I do pretty good. Each sale I make about 130, somewhere around there. You know, average about $130,000. What is going on? Why don't that dump? It's full. Oh, what is up? It won't take the grain from... This is the same grain. What's the deal? Is the hell? Yeah. It's the same grain. What is going on? Let me get rid of this helper. See what's up. It's making no difference. What is going on? Okay, so something is obviously afoot. So I am going to take the grain that I have in this. I'm going to dump it just in case something happens and I lose this. Because if I have to save, you know, restart the game, last time I saved was like 30 minutes ago, so I'm going to have to redo a couple of these fields if I do that, and I don't want to have to do that. So I'm going to pour this grain into the silo and then go back over there and see if I can't figure out what's up. So, man, that's a bunch of grain. I don't want to lose that. So that's almost a full load right there. And then I have a full load over there, so hopefully I can figure out what's up. I don't know why this thing is not dumping. It's obviously glitched somehow, so I don't want to lose my grain or redo the field, so hopefully I can figure this out. So if I lose this grain, it's going to bum me out. I mean, it's not a bunch, but still, you know, that's work, that's money, that's time that I put in. I don't want to lose it just because of some craziness that's going on with the game. Alright, turn it back around. Look at me driving like a madman. Let's see if this will make a difference. Line this back up. Perfect. No? What is going on? Why is it bumping like that? It shouldn't be bumping either. It should be able to clear that. I wonder if it's just the way I'm sitting. Where I'm sitting. I mean, I'm perfectly level. Why would that matter? Let's see something. No, that's not doing anything. Let me close the pipe, see if that helps. Put it back out. See, that should be not hitting the trailer like that. Yeah, see, it's not. Something's up. Let me move this thing and try something. Move it over here. Let's put the pipe out. And let's move the trailer over. See if that helps. I don't see why it would matter, but let's, you know, for giggles, let's see if it does before I have to reset this and lose my grain. It seems like this, I mean, I'm on a hill now. It seems like it shouldn't matter, but... Oh, no. Oh, okay. That's just because I'm an idiot and didn't get the trailer lined up right. I was like, man. Let's get the trailer lined up. Ah, see? That's what it was. I just had to move it. That's ridiculous. I'm glad, though, because I was going to be bummed if I lost 17,000 liters of grain. It's a good bit of money sitting right there. Okay, cool. Whew. So I have to know now, from now on, not to start the helper in the corner that I started him in so he doesn't end up in this corner. Start from this side, work my way the other way. That's the way I'll do it. That way this does not happen again. Cool. Alright, well that's a big relief. Where am I going? Alright, let's jump in this harvester, grab these last little bit of whatever's here. Okay, that's cool. Man, because if I'd had to reset, I would have had to do at least 3 fields over, I know. Or probably at least 2. I don't know how much I'm going to get from this last little bit. Which kind of annoys me too. I hate it when it leaves just like this last little bit. But the harvester will only hold so much. A little extra 200 liters. Nothing to throw away or anything like that, because pennies make dollars, so there's no sense in getting rid of that. Use it all. Cool. I'm glad that that loaded out. I was worried I was going to lose it. I was more worried that I had to do the work all over again than I was that I was losing the crop. But you know what I mean. So fold this up, take this back, put this away, because we are done with this for now. Man, I could not drive like that. That would drive me so nuts. I freak out with just dirt on the windshield. I couldn't imagine trying to look through something like that. But yep, we're going to have to clear out some of these trees here that are on the left so I can get to fields easier with this harvester. As you notice, I have this header now. I used to have the 45-foot header. That was from Case, I believe, that had the trailer and all that with it. I realized while I was using it, it was causing so much damage to my harvester. I was getting, like, every time I do a field, it was coming down like halfway. I was like, man, let me try a different harvester header, and this one works, and it's still doing wear to it, but nowhere near as fast as that other one was. So I guess it really does matter which header you use. Let's put that down right there. We can put this up. And I do believe this is about where we're going to stop for this video. And we will pick up with the great sale and some other stuff in the next one. Get all the land bought and all that craziness. Alright, this is Grey Witch. I'll see you next time. Peace.